Hey Cam, just wanted to get your thoughts on on your game and that touchdown that you threw. Did it kind of help get you in a good rhythm there? And play a kind of a bit of a broken play there where you're able to extend, give your receiver time in the end zone there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I thought it was a good series that we put together right there. Driving all the way down the field, being able to get a touchdown of it's great. It felt good getting that kind of little momentum going. It was a little RPO play for us, and then kind of like you said, like a little busted play, but the play design worked to our advantage, and just gave our guy a chance in the back of the end zone. So it was good.
How did you feel coming into this game? Given everything that's been going on during camp and you preparing yourself, maybe in a different way than maybe you would have expected. How did you feel the game plan kind of all came together there?
Yeah, I thought it was good. We were running a lot of base stuff for training camp, and my focus has always been on preparing like I'm going to play. Same way it was last year. So my preparation going into this year and this game and this season has been the same as it was last year. I come out here to compete. I come out here to get better every single day, and whenever it's my time to get out there and play, I want to give our guys the best chance we can to win. So.
How has Nick, his addition to camp helped you in any way? I know he's the guy that's been in this system before, he's been on this team and in the league for a while. How has his addition helped you throughout camp?
Well, it's been great. Nick's a positive energy that comes in, and every day he's, like I just said, bringing positivity to the room and wanting to help. He's always going out of his way to talk to me about things that he may have seen on a rep that I may have had at practice, and even here at the game today, on the sidelines watching the film on the iPad every single series. We're all talking, discussing things over. So being able to have that knowledge that he brings to the table and brings to the quarterback room it's great. And I'm trying to be a sponge and soak up all the knowledge that he can give me, at this time in this league.
Obviously, a game like this shows, areas where you guys can improve. What's something maybe you took away from this game that you feel like gives you a good baseline to work off of, with camp, you guys going back to camp?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just details. We just got to iron out the details and stay focused on, not making the game bigger than it needs to be. When it comes down out here, we just got to slow everything down mentally and play fast. And I think that just comes from, like we talked about, more preparation, more time in the film, and more times in our playbook. And so, we got a good baseline for that stuff, and seeing what we can iron out. There's always a lot to learn from the film, win or loss. And so, I think there's a lot to learn from this film, and it's gonna be good for us moving forward.
Was it always the plan to have Nick start it out and give him the full half, or did you kind of take the game plan just of how the game worked out?
Yeah, so that was our plan. We wanted Cam to get a full drive, and you'll probably give him a half next week and see how that goes. And then we're going to give Nick the second, and I wanted Brian to finish it. I was hoping the game been a little bit more closer so we could put him in a clutch situation. We're trying to win the game at the end.
What did you make of Nick's performance, considering his late arrival to camp and having to get up to speed?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the timing of some throws, in our system he hadn't done for a while. We had Tavares up to see him, and we just underthrew it a bit. But he's just hair laid, his feet were underneath him, so he'll get more comfortable with it. I thought he did some decent things, and again, it was tough for our quarterbacks to operate for what we were getting.
And then when you look at, obviously with the receivers, yeah, you're trying to get a lot of guys the opportunity to play, especially your starters. How did you think the flow of the game went there with those guys?
I think when we sustained drives, we had too many 2 and outs, too many turnovers. So I didn't think we ever got really in a good flow. I think, our veteran receivers came up to play. Marshall showed up for us. Just 15, the new arrival we got in Polk. I thought he did some decent things. We missed him on the go ball at the end. Got to give him a chance for sure. He's at least got to, make a play on the ball. Especially with height, if the guy's a little underthrown, we got a guy who can go get it. But I thought he did some decent things, Polk, being here in a short time period. Dave, Tommy and Brissett, we know who they are. Didn't want to play them a ton. But, yeah, these younger guys, we got to get caught up to speed, or we got to bring some new guys in.
When you look at Cam's drive, especially on the touchdown there, what did you see that you liked? Was it the patience or just his ability to keep the play open when it looked like a guy was going to get free to get to him there?
Yeah, so they ran a little gap exchange with a free safety, and he's a good player. So he got right in Cam's lap. Route wasn't quite developed, so he kicked back and bought a hair of time and made a great play. So that's one thing Cam gives us offensively. He can extend plays with his legs, and when things break down, he can still function.
When you look at your defense, there are obviously a lot of guys who either haven't played or this is their first real chance to get into this pro game atmosphere. How did you think they fared?
They did okay. I mean, obviously they got after us a little bit early. I was disappointed with the defense. We had them back on the 1 yard line and let them convert on 2nd and 10 for the wall, and then again on 2nd and 10. Yeah, we got to back those guys up. We know if we stop them inside the 10, it's going to lead to points, right? So I thought we didn't tackle well, but I thought secondary communication was okay, but I think it was just okay on their end.
When you look at Montreal and their ability, especially their defensive line, to really come after you guys and get those hands up and deflect balls, is that something you have to work with the offensive line to kind of shore that up and give your quarterbacks a little more of a clean route to pass?
Yeah, so the one was batted down, so we got to do a better job getting their hands down. That starts with our hand placement. Striking them early. We can't let them have air, and we're just kick stepping back. So maybe some firmer sets to help that. The one other ball that got batted down, what had nothing to do with the line. We read in the end on zone read, and we pull it, and he bats it down. Well, obviously, if he's batted down, we should have handed the ball off. So just the one was from the pocket.
Final one for me. How do you envision your decision making going forward with the cuts and how you want your roster to kind of be ready heading into the final preseason game?
Well, it's going to be a big game for us. Some youth's going to have to step up to the plate. Prove that they're going to make us a better team. We'll get our veterans playing, so I think it'll be more fluid and more consistent. But yeah, I mean, we got another install, and we're looking at some new concepts. So these younger guys, they got to pick it up. If we can't feel like they can execute, maybe we'll bring in some new guys. There are always guys we can always bring in.